Shalom Aleichem, wonderful Chevra, and Chazdei Hashem, we move into the next phase of our Avodah. So when we met, we discussed inyonim to do with parenting. And I'd like to share something with you because at times, even though parenting may be hard, harsh, and difficult, hopefully tremendous amount of times is spent in softness and grandeur and magic, something unbelievable. And what I'd like to share is like this, that most of our lives are spent in what we call normative living. There's usually no option but to conform and obey the rules. We don't necessarily create anything of wonder or of deep interest. Sometimes we come to realize, I can't play Chopin's, number 2 in B flat minor, or I can't manufacture a phone, or I can't extract, oil from a plant. Yet, without even being conscious, there is something absolutely profound at points in our life that we are capable of doing, and it's properly miraculous. We can make another person. We can conjure up limbs and organs of a fellow creature. We can create a liver, and we create somebody else's brain, and we can create little fingers. And guess what? Those neurons, they will start to connect and transmit thoughts. And who knows, they may think about the ancient times of Israel or Persia or Greece, and they may become an engineer and create other things. We can choreograph the birth of an organic machine that will probably still be around in 100 years from now. We can be that master coordinator and chief designer of a product more advanced than any technology and more complex and interesting than the greatest works of art. Now, if anybody were to say that you were not creative, well, that's just not true. Having a child definitively refutes any worry or lack of creativity and dismantles, at least for a certain amount of time, the envy that we may feel of others that are creative and inventive. People may have written songs and they may have created companies and invented things. However, we have created the oddest yet most inspiring work of art and science around. One that is alive, one that will develop its own life, its own ways of thinking and perceiving and connecting. And just as we went through our life of, learning in schools and doing our homework and getting a job, and then all the emotions, the love, the hate, the forgiveness, it's wild. But that's the truth, that we are the creators of this created other. And one day they will create as well. And whatever goes on in life, however much we grow apart or however tired we get because of the difficulties we may have, there's something absolutely profound. There's this deep supernatural reality that connects the creator and the created. Two people met and they created you and me. And with that comes our looks, comes our emotional temperaments, the way we smile. And sometimes we can be sitting there and someone says, you just look like your grandmother or grandfather that you never ever may have met. And when we are parents, we are the biographer, the coaches, the teachers, the chefs. We are the photographers, the masters, and slaves. We are the doctors, the healers, the psychologists, psychiatrists. And it's a really wild trip. Our work will lead us to opportunities where we show sometimes our worst self. However, hopefully many a time it will show and bring out our best self in the words that we use, in the hugs, the encouraging looks that only we can navigate, only we can wield. The ability to look at somebody and just, they know that we're communicating, I'm so proud of you, that's so brave, or having the ability to be with somebody through sorrow and joy, being with this other little human being that's going to become something absolutely profound. And really, if we think about it, there's this unparalleled power to exert a beneficial influence on somebody else's life, like parenting. And what I want to share so deeply is that we will, in our role of parents, sometimes be terrified and exhausted and resentful. However, it's magical. There's an enchantedness and it lingers about forever. And it's such a significant role. And please let us deeply, deeply remember this.